Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina, and in today's video, I'm doing just a quick book haul for you guys. It's actually been a while since I've done a book haul video, so I'm really excited about it. I just got a shipment of books in from the Good and the Beautiful Bookshop, and I'm really excited to share them with you because I have books ranging from level 1 to level 9. So for all of my different age kids, I have some books in here to share with you. This is just like the smallest sample though of all the books that they have in the Good and the Beautiful Bookshop. I have an entire shelf of my bookshelf full of just books from the Good and the Beautiful, ranging from board books through level 11. So every age you're gonna find good and beautiful books that have high moral value and place a strong emphasis on family, faith, and beauty in the world, which has become harder and harder to find in conventional bookstores and libraries these days. There are some beautiful books out there, but among them you have to sort through to make sure there aren't like these underlying messages and attitudes and beliefs and ideologies throughout these books, whether it's really obvious explicitly or whether they're implicit within the books themselves. So I wanted to share with you some books from my absolute favorite place to get books for my kids, and that is the Good and the Beautiful Bookshop. And what's really cool about it is if you buy 5 books, you get free shipping. I'm gonna start at the very top with the 2 that are not leveled, and I'm guessing these aren't leveled because they're probably part of like the recommended book pack for some science units. But I got Along the Mountainside, and this one says seasons transition from one to the next in the beautiful North Georgia mountains. As the weather and foliage change, mammals of the southeastern United States go about their busy lives. Wild boars scrounge for food in the underbrush while pygmy shrew seeks shelter in his burrow. And it goes on further to talk about the ecosystem. So I'm guessing this is probably part of the book pack for the ecosystems unit, which we haven't done, but I thought this was a really great book to add to our library. So that's the first one. Next up is On the Wings of Wonder, the story of John James Audubon. We love birds. We've learned and read some picture books about John James Audubon like years ago, so I thought it would be nice to add one to our home library. Take a journey through nature with John James Audubon, the man whose love of birds led to the creation of the National Audubon Society. From his childhood in the tropical forests of Haiti to his travels along America's Mississippi River, Audubon was inspired by the beauty of the natural world. So that is On the Wings of Wonder. I like that this is a bio, so I tried to get like a mix of books, not just for my different kids' ages, but also different types of books. The next book that I got is a level 1B, and this is called Pinecone Hill, and this is book 3. So we have books 1 and 2, and this is a newer release, book 3. And it says it's Sarah's favorite time on Pinecone Hill, nighttime. She loves to sit on Big Rock and look out at the stars, and especially loves it when Grandpa tells stories about them. One day when she faces a frightening adventure, she realizes just how much one of Grandpa's stories can help her. So that's Pinecone Hill, book 3. So far there are 3 books in that series. Next up is a level 3A book, and this one is William and the Wind, the story of William Kamkwamba. William and his family were hungry when rain did not come and their crops died. How could he help them? One day he had an idea. Make a windmill to use the power of the wind. This true story shows that when you have a little hope and you work hard, big things can happen. So that is William and the Wind, and that is a level 3A. This one is also a 3A and also a biography, and this is Brave Little Ruby, and this is about Ruby Bridges. It says, when Ruby Bridges attends a new school in the 1960s, she is excited but confused. Why does she need an escort by U.S. Marshals? Why is she the only one in her classroom? How could her skin color make such a big difference in the way other people treat her? Follow along as Ruby learns to be Brave Little Ruby, a trailblazer who helped change hearts and United States history. So this again is level 3A, and that's Brave Little Ruby. Next up, this book set. Now, I got this specifically to give away because we already have this set, and this is the Badger Hills Farm book set. There are 6 books in this series, and it's really cool because it's kind of like a mystery and adventure book series. And the first one is actually called The Secret Door. These are a little bit out of order. And then Here, I'll read to you the back of this one, but what's cool about this is kind of a continuation of Timothy on the 10th Floor from the level 3 language arts. So if you didn't do the language arts for level 3, or you don't use the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, that's totally fine. You can order that book if you're interested. It's a shared reader where you read it along with your child. There's like sections that the parent reads and sections that the child reads. And my daughter and I read that book and we really loved it. And I actually really enjoy that aspect of those books that you read along with your child, because it helps them with fluency and vocabulary and all of those things to hear you read aloud. But then also like them reading aloud helps them, but it also helps you kind of like assess their reading in a really natural way and support them as they're reading. And it also is typically inclusive of some higher level vocabulary words and maybe some more complex sentence structure that they might not be quite ready for as an independent read, but with your support there with them, it can kind of bring them, stretch them to the limits of their reading level and ability. So I think it has so many benefits, those shared readers that you're doing with them, and it's just kind of like a nice time of connection. So anyways, these are a continuation of that story, so they're already familiar with the characters if they've done that book. They could just read this series without reading that book at all, but if you want that backstory and you're not doing the level 3 language arts, you could always just grab that book, Timothy on the 10th Floor, so that they have the backstory. So The Secret Door, Book 1. Timothy and Zoe's family has just inherited a unique 177-acre farm. Shortly after moving, they learn that a secret door is somewhere in their home, but they can't find it anywhere. As Christmas approaches, joy is in the air, and adventure is around every turn. Timothy and Zoe start exploring the land, face a surprising encounter with a wild creature, and find themselves with lanterns in the forest at night. But through it all, they don't forget about their quest to find the secret door. This first book in the Badger Hills Farm series is packed with feel-good messages about family and faith that encourage pure minds and strong hearts with an exciting, action-packed storyline. So that gives you an idea of the theme and plot of the Secret Door series. So book 1 is The Secret Door. Book 2 is The Hidden Room. Book 3 is Message on the Stamps. Book 4 is The Oak Tree Mystery. Book 5 is Clue in the Chimney. And book 6 is The Hills of Herzl. So I am actually doing a giveaway over on my Instagram today. I'm giving away this set of books, like I said, because we already have this set. But I thought it would be really fun to do a book giveaway, especially because you're getting a whole series of 6 books at a reading level 3. So if they're not yet at a level 3, you could save them. You could do them as a read aloud with them. Or if they're above a level 3, you could do it as a read aloud. Or if it's just an enjoyable book, like they don't have to read at their level 100% of the time. Sometimes reading a little bit below their level can be fun. It's just like a relaxing read, as long as you're balancing it out with books that do challenge them a little bit. So definitely go check out my giveaway over on Instagram if you're interested in grabbing those. So the next 2 are level 7 books, and these are book 3 and book 4 of Lantern Lane. We read book 1, and then we were so excited to read book 2, but we've had so many read alouds that we're doing that we haven't done it yet. So I do still want to read book 2 with my kids, but I figured now that book 3 and book 4 are ready that I would grab these. What I actually think is pretty cool is that books 1 and 2 are level 6, and then books 3 and 4 are level 7. So like the kids that read it at their level at level 6, when by the time they get to these, they might be at like the next reading level. So I thought that was kind of cool, but it's a continuation of a really interesting story, and I'll just read to you book 3's description just to give you a feel for it. It says, all is not well in the castle of Triel. Between the problematic visiting royals and withheld secrets, Letty and Princess Maisie realize their safety is in jeopardy, and they start to devise a daring plan to save both the men in the dungeon and the kingdom. With mysterious alliances, the nosy new captain of the guard, ballroom dances, and a royal proposal, this book will test Letty's courage, kindness, and strength in ways she has never experienced before. So that is just a sample of what these books are about. Lastly, this is level 9. This is the story of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And it says, no one loved rambling through the woods and watching ships come and go from the port near his home as much as young Henry Longfellow. As he observed the world around him, words danced in his mind, and his very first poem, written at the age of 13, was a published success. Henry's father, however, had other plans for his son. He wanted him to practice law. While respecting his father and persevering in his studies, young Henry found the perfect way to follow his heart and become a great poet. His life was a grand, though sometimes heartbreaking adventure, and the lessons he learned contributed to the greatness of his writing. So, those are the books that I grabbed this time from the Good and the Beautiful Bookshop, but I want to give you a little peek at our bookshelf to just give you an idea of some of the other books that are over there, some of the books that you can find there. There are tons of picture books that are actually not on that shelf because they're just throughout the rest of our books, and I didn't pull them out for this video, although that might have been a good idea, but you can go and click the link in the description box and see all of their books, like I said, all the way from board books up until level 11. All right, so here is our shelf of books from the Good and the Beautiful. As I mentioned, they range all the way from 1A all the way through 11th. And as you can see, there is that book series that I mentioned that we have. So we will not be keeping the one that I bought. I will be doing that as a giveaway. But just to give you an idea, there's like this little A Dog Named Sniffed series in level A. The Dave series is level 1A, and then the Dave series is level 1B. Then we have the Ted series in level 1B. Pinecone Hill 1B. Lots of really great books. The Little Glass Lake book series in level 2B was a favorite for my daughter. She really loved those. So lots of awesome books in the Good and the Beautiful Bookshop. I hope you enjoyed this book haul video. It's been a long time since I've done one. Let me know if you and your kids have read any of these books, if you have any favorites from the Good and the Beautiful that you think we should check out, and let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, check back real soon for my summer homeschool plans and goals video. If you're not already following me over on Instagram, you can follow me there at rooted_homelife, and I hope to see you soon in one of my next videos. Until next time, stay rooted.